What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you very much for joining. I'm Joel Freeman, and you're watching Wholehearted. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Today, I'm out in a field, and we're going to be talking about the thumber roller, something that I didn't really intend to become known for, but it's a tool that I found really useful on tour. I used it quite a few times in the 2021 season. I've got some overstable discs in my hands because those are what tend to work best for thumber rollers. Also making a guest appearance today on this channel is going to be the infamous green Metal Flake Max. So let's get right into it. Okay, so why even learn how to throw a thumber roller? What's the point? Will I really use it? For me, sometimes you're playing in the woods. Sometimes you need your disc to finish left on a roller line. Other times you need it to finish right on a roller line. And a lot of times in the woods, you don't have the room or even a disc that'll like turn over quick enough on a backhand. In my personal opinion, I think the more tools you have in your tool belt, the more shots you know how to do, the better off you're gonna be, because you're gonna end up finding yourself in a situation that calls for it, and you're gonna be glad that you spent some time out in the field and figured it out. All right, first things first, which direction is the disc spinning? It's gonna be going clockwise for a right-handed player. So it's the same as a backhand, okay? Thumber, backhand, same thing happening. How do you grip a thumber? Some people will pinch here. I think I usually let my index finger sit comfortably on top. I'm not an expert thumber thrower, so ask Matt Dollar or Brian Schweberger or JC Kester or somebody who is amazing at thumbers how to hold it, but this is how I hold it, so this is the grip I'm using. Irrefutably, the most common mistake made when throwing a thumber roller is that it turns over too quickly. Okay, most people, if you go out and just try to throw a thumber roller for your first time, it'll probably look something like this. Thumber rollers love to turn over way too early. So when I line up a thumber roller, I'm imagining I'm coming down on a pretty decent angle. Your disc is going to tend to stand up really quick and turn over really quick. So you're going to kind of force that top edge over to the left for a right-handed player. So you're coming through like that. So of course, the more vertical you throw it, the quicker it's going to turn over. The more you tip that top edge to the left, the farther it's probably going to go. When I first started experimenting with this shot, I truly could not convince myself enough to throw with enough angle. I was almost imagining in my head that I was throwing the disc flat, like that, like a regular backhand, in order to just get my disc to actually land on a pretty stand-up angle. Because if I imagine myself throwing flat, it turns into a tomahawk. You get the idea. Above everything else, the way you learn really almost anything in life is by practicing. So repetition, practice, get out into the field, get out a bunch of your Firebirds, bring a stack of overstable plastic and just get some reps in and figure out what works and what doesn't. Other than that, pinch it tight, follow through, and keep that top edge over to the left. All right, we got a little bit of a head right to left, which is going to prove my point and turn this disc over faster than it normally would. So I'm really going to have to force that edge over. Hey, we beat the wind. Okay, I was pretty happy with that one, actually. I expected it to turn over pretty quick. I got that nice angle and went straight for a while and then never even turned over. So see if I can get this one to turn over a little bit. Oh no. Well, that was a little interesting, but this is why we come out to the field. All right, let's give the Metal Flake Max a try. Man, that thing is overstable. All right, so what happens when I throw a less overstable disc? This one's still pretty overstable. This is a Thunderbird, but it's nothing compared to those Firebirds that I was just throwing. See how it reacts. This one should be harder to keep it from flipping over. So you see that one really wanted to track more to the right, and the wind is pushing it all funny. All right, now let's try a really understable disc. This is a really beat up Sidewinder. I'm gonna really have to give this one a lot of angle. Still just toast. It didn't even have a chance. But that's how it goes. In my experience, a backhand roller is going to be the toughest to get to kind of stand up and turn over. A forehand roller is going to be easier to get to stand up and turn over. And a thumber roller is going to be the quickest out of all three to stand up and turn over. All right, we're going to try some Gator 3s. This is my favorite mold ever, and I believe it to be one of the best roller molds ever made. So let's see how these behave. I've thrown a couple thumber rollers with Gator 3s during competition, so this is a real shot. This isn't just for entertainment. This can be a useful shot in certain situations. I got that one over a little too quick, and the wind is just pushing them over, but let's give it one more. There it is. Hopefully you guys learned something today. That gives you a little bit of an idea of how a thumber roller is thrown and how it works and what it can be used for. Again, this is it's kind of an alternative to a backhand roller. I found it useful when I have kind of a crazy stance and I'm not able to get a proper backhand motion in when I need to throw a roller. It's also sometimes nice to have kind of a backhand roller shape that just turns over a lot faster. So there you go. Get out to a field and learn yourself the thumber roller. That's all I got for you guys today. Pretty short and sweet this time around, but thank you very much for joining. I very much appreciate each and every one of you guys following along with me. I'm Joel Freeman, you're watching Wholehearted, and we will see you next time.